Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will introduce myself to you. My name is Mary Puspitasari. My student ID number is 210602110131. I am biology class B. In this video, I will explain the result of the answer to the final semester examination of the history of Islamic civilization, which was led by Mr. Munirul Abidin MAG. Number 1, explain how the main foundation of the Prophet laid down in the building Islamic civilization. Explain in detail its point and how is it relevant to our life today. Answer. Prophet has laid several main foundations in building Islamic civilization, namely 1. Theological foundation, making the most of the center of all activities or center of activities. When the Prophet Muhammad arrived in Medina, the first thing he did was build a mosque, the mosque of the Prophet or Nabawi. The construction of this mosque teaches a value of optimism that will be realized if there is together, a building that marked the rise of Islamic civilization, because the Prophet enabled this mosque for all activities, starting from teaching Islamic teaching, wisdom, the process of teaching and learning to read and write, to developing war or political strategies, all held at the Prophet mosque just for prayer. 2. The foundation of the morality of the Prophet Muhammad always emphasized the importance of morality, namely honesty, patience, mutual love. The Prophet made a brotherhood between the Muhajirin and the Ansar. The brotherhood adopted by the Muhajirin and Ansar is the mindset of the unity of the people. Therefore, the Prophet made Islamic faith as the basis of brotherhood. Socio-political foundation. During his 10 years in Medina, the Prophet Muhammad had built a complete social order with its constitution, what made it a developed country. The Medina Charter is a concrete the evidence that Islamic society from the beginning of the development was built on the basis of clear regulation. With this agreement, there will be no more strife between the first people, because the Medina Charter is first constitution in building a diverse society based on the values of equality and mutual justice. It's relevant to life at the time is the Prophet taught the value of optimism and togetherness. This was marked by the Prophet building a mosque to give an optimist spirit to Muslims so that they led a better life. With until now, the mosque have become a place of Muslims to worship. The Prophet always taught the importance of morality, namely honesty and patience. The Prophet also taught us the importance of deliberation and communication between Muslims so that we can exchange opinions and inspiration in the life to come for a better life. So that until now, deliberation is one of one's efforts in solving a problem. Number 2, explain what change the Prophet made in building the city of Medina, how is relevant to our life today. Answer. The change made by the Prophet of building the city of Medina were first the formation of social system, civilization of culture of the time of the Prophet Muhammad was the most powerful social change, a fundamental change from the era of moral powerful social change, a fundamental change from the era of moral depravity of civilized morality. In the writing of Ahmad al-Bushairi, it is described the civilization of the time of the Prophet was based on the principles created of the Prophet Muhammad himself under the guidance of revelation. Among them, and construction of the Prophet Mosque Brotherhood between the Muhajirin and Ansar, agreement to have its order between Muslim and non-Muslim, attachment, the political, economic, and social principles. Second, the political faith of Prophet Muhammad SAW formula of charter that applies to all residents of Yastrib, both Muslim and non-Muslim or Jews. It refers to life of the time is that the Prophet taught us to live in harmony with neighbors of society and improve culture so that we change our social hatred toward other. Rasulullah also taught just to strengthen brotherhood and help each other between Muslim and non-believers, so that at this time there is no hostility or war between the brotherhood of Muslim and non-Muslim. Rasulullah also teaches us to be honest and responsible for the case taken at a certain time, problem, and planning, so that I can make use more able to think critically and dealing with a problem. Number 3, which is the Medina Charter, explain the most important contents of the Medina Charter, what was behind the emergence of the Medina Charter, and how relevant the Medina Charter is in the context of human life today. Answer. The Medina Charter are also known as Tutur al-Madinah and Sahifah al-Madinah is the first written institution established by the Prophet Muhammad as a rule of legal system of regulate social relation in Medina between Muslim and non-Muslim. The Medina Charter consists of 47 articles in which 23 clauses discuss the relation between Muslim and fellow Muslim, namely between Ansar and Muhajirin, while the other 24 articles discuss the relationship between Muslim and non-Muslim, namely Jews. The Medina Charter collects the principles and basics of social life, Medina social group, guarantee of right and provision of obligation. The Medina Charter also contains the values of freedom and the principle on carrying out the forcing at each group. Social interaction between group, mutual obligation in maintaining and respecting the right to life of each group. The background behind the emergence of the Medina Charter with the principle of tolerance, civil society, equality, and equality, the multiculturalism of the people of Medina at the time accorded the Prophet Muhammad SAW to make a negotiation based on the principles of openness and tolerance to regulate a harmonious life. He saw the need to lie down to basic rules for living together in Medina in order to form a unity of life among the entire population. At the time, the diversity of society and the hostile attitude of one group towards another was very visible in the view of the Prophet Muhammad SAW in Medina. Therefore, the Prophet Muhammad SAW denied the real good social interaction among the people. The Prophet SAW that it was necessary of formulate or rule based on mutual agreement in managing and controlling social life is so as to create a harmonious life between the various existing groups. The relevance of the Medina Charter in the context of human life today is that there are prominent similarities with the 1945 Constitution, but in terms of ideas and formulation, the Medina Charter with the 1945 Constitution has relevance in regard and establishment of a South unitary state and with citizens who believe and are devoted to God Almighty, which is manifest among other things in the form of human behavior, saying that there is a relative more pluralistic society. There are Muslim, Catholic, Protestant, Hindus, Buddhists, and sect of belief. The government of the Republic of Indonesia formulated the 1945 Constitution, which can accommodate all items of the religion belief, creating unity, harmony, and security for all. The times of the Republic of Indonesia, which is like the Medina Charter, which is to foster unity, harmony, and security for all residents of Medina. Number 4, tell us some evidence about the Islamic civilization, prosperity, and why did it collapse then? Where are the factors that led to the collapse of Islamic civilization? What shall Muslims do at this time so the Islamic civilization can rise again? Answer. The period of the Abbas dynasty marked the greatest progress and glory in the history of Islamic civilization and is a testament to how Islamic civilization was when victorious and became the controller of science. For approximately 21 years, this period was able to leave a very valuable legacy of Islamic intellectual progress. This advance conferred various aspects of science such as mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. The pinnacle of recent advancements and discovery of science and technology. The hospital founded by the Caliph Harun al-Rashid called for education and pharmacy using tests as a great library and translation centers were founded important books containing Western and Eastern science, medicine, and philosophy were collected and translated by Christian and Jews. Islamic medicine was born as a renewal of the Greek medicine theory cannot be Hippocrates. Astronomy also development is the time. The collapse of the Abbas power wedge is the seat of the description of the Islamic world. The cause, the collapse of Islamic civilization were two factor, interfactor and external. Internal factor were the weakness and helplessness of the Queen's Caliph so that he was unable to control the territory he led, and in the emergence of this puts in the political sphere, power struggle in the center of government, the presence of small dynasties, the rebellion themselves, the decline in the economy, the emergence of heretical sect and regulation fanatics, while the external factor were the crowds and attack by the Mongols. What Muslim must do at this time so that Islamic civilization can rise again is to both a new spirit toward a new civilization, the willingness to adapt knowledge without questioning the source, restores the meaning of God's actual will, positioning ourselves as a middleman, empowering people from all over the world alliance. Number 5. What lesson can you take from the history of Islamic civilization? What attitudes would take we overcome the difference of opinion in the history of Islamic civilization? Answer. The lesson that can be drawn from the history of Islamic civilization are participate in preserving the relics of the past by studying and taking advantage of the relics. Emulate the good behavior of the preferred character. Take lesson from past success and failures, cultivating enthusiasm and motivation to improve to assessment of the previous people, maintaining the purity of Islamic teachings, increase awareness of the importance of science, maintain unity and integrity, maintain the values of modernism and Islamic faith, and encouraging and design for self-improvement. The attitude we must take in dealing with difference of opinion in the history of Islamic civilization is to understand each other so as not to deny the difference that occur in the realm of its jihad, not to force other with the one's opinion to avoid problem the infant cause, not to just because our different opinion are misleading and condemn other people, because the consequences of disabled on misguidance are very dangerous. Rasulullah has warned long ago not to easily mislead and disbelieve in others. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.